Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to walk you through how to score a match using Volley Station. And since I've been able to officiate a couple of tournaments using Volley Station, there's been some new things that I've learned that I wanted to share. So what is it? It is a digital scoring app used for scoring volleyball matches instead of using paper score sheets. So the score records everything on a tablet or smartphone. The app automatically tracks points, substitutions, rotations, and most of the libero activity. And then it even generates digital score sheets, libero control sheets, and keeps all the match data in one place. If you are a Sun Country official, you would have received an email from our referee chair letting you know that our region would be using Volley Station at some events this year. So that means players, coaches, and officials need to get familiar with it. If you've been outside of the region at a national qualifier or a national championship, you may have already seen Volley Station in action. If you've mostly stayed inside the region, this may be new to you, but it's actually pretty easy to learn. So frequently asked questions. Who's providing the device? The work team will need to provide it. It could be a player's phone, a team iPad, etc. The region has purchased some iPads, but they're only going to be used at certain events. We don't have enough for every tournament that's going to be happening. So coaches should always be prepared to have a device ready to score. You should plan on using around 25% of your battery to score a match, and that's according to the Volley Station website. So you could bring along a portable battery pack and a cord. I did find that the iPads that Serva was using were lasting through several matches before needing to be replaced with a more charged iPad. So what do you do if the device you're using dies? If it dies, the official can pull up the QR code on their phone and you can scan that QR with a new device and the match should pick up right where you left off. And finally, what if you don't have internet or cell service in the facility? It says that the app still works offline and that all scores will be saved. Serva was using a password protected hotspot when we were at a facility recently that didn't have good internet access. And that was really helpful for us pulling up the QR codes on our phones as officials. And those passwords were inputted into the iPads that we were using. So now you need to start setting up a match and learning how. First step, download VS Score app. It can be found in the Apple Store or Google Play Store. Okay, and this beautiful girl right here is Joy, and she is the best. When you first download it, it's going to kind of cue you to uh, download some sample seasons. Kind of looks like that. Because I'm kind of in a trial mode right now because I'm manually entering in this match. This is not an official match from a tournament. This is from like 4 years ago. So now let's go ahead and set up our little pretend match. And it's all based off of that original match that has been through my entire slide deck that I've used. So if you're doing a real match at a real tournament, you would do scan QR code. The ref has the QR code, you scan it, and it imports all of the match details that you need. Okay. And since this is a trial mode, I have to enter everything manually. Okay. Match information, referees, you'll have to add that in before the match will let you in. So if you have time to do it beforehand, go ahead. Now for the teams, we did NLVC boys and tribe, and we have to set the roster. Okay, so when we set the roster, we're going to click on it, and you can see it's got all of our players. And if they're all here, We confirm with the coach all the players are here. We save the roster. Okay, for tribe, let's say number 17 wasn't there. So we're going to click and uncheck him that he is not there. Okay. And this type of roster situation is pretty similar to a paper one. If you're an official, we can't just add somebody to a paper roster. We can't just add somebody to these rosters either. That is a tournament director issue and it has to be taken care of through them, not the officials. Okay? It is very, very, very important. You must verify with the coaches about any players not present. Okay? This could create an issue if an exceptional substitution needed to happen. So let's say all of the next level boys had been in the match, but let's say that number 50, Damien, was not at the tournament and we did not check him off. Let's say that somebody got hurt, but we didn't have any legal subs on the bench. The app is going to think we have legal subs because we didn't take Damien off the roster. So it's going to cue you to sub number 50, Damien, in the match, but Damien is not there. Whoops. Okay, so got to make sure. For the match rules, I'm going to do one set to 25 to show you the ending of what the ending of a match looks like. But normally we'll either be 2 out of 3 or an auto 3, where if you had a 3-team pool, you're automatically doing 3 sets to 25. So we save it. And then we'd have to fill out all of the match information to create the match. Now, I've already done all of that, so I'm just going to pull it up right here. Okay. So first off, you have to enter all of the lineups. So I've already done that. You just click the position and put the number all the way around. Liberos, there we go. Next level had served, so we hit that button and you can see the volleyball icon is right there. Captains, number 15 for tribe is captain, so I designated him right there. And then number 17, Esteban, is our captain for next level, number 17. Okay. And you can also customize the team's colors. I'm just doing the white and the black because they're showing up a little easier on this recording than other colors. And now we are ready to start the match. It's going to let us. Okay, here's an issue that we saw recently. We saw that people were starting the match. They weren't starting the match yet. They were doing libero placements before they started the match. So they did the libero replacement now, then hit the button. And so what was happening is it was turning those liberos into regular players who were rotating into the front row. And then whenever the other middle would come around, it's not letting them replace anybody because, again, the app is treating the libero like a regular player. So make sure you start the match and then you can do those libero replacements. So we'll replace them right there and right there. Okay. So when you do a substitution, all you do is click on the number and then you click one of the available substitutions. Any subs that are available for the team are going to be there. Okay, obviously we can't do any libero replacements. They're not popping up because number 1, number 16 is on the front row. So libero is not available. And we also know that the libero is also established on the court already. Okay, there we go. So when it comes to the libero, Volley Station does track most of the libero activity for you. When our libero, number 20, Jeff, would rotate to the front row, Joelle, number 13, will automatically be re-entered into the game. But whenever Damien, number 50, rotates to the back row, if we want the libero to replace LaDamien, we have to physically do it. Okay, and so that can be a little tricky sometimes. So since it does a lot of the libero activity for you, you don't have to have a third person at the table. You can just have somebody doing the visual scoreboard and somebody doing Volley Station. So some common little mistakes. First off, if we had the wrong server. Okay, so what I kind of figured out and what I learned is that there was really no way to indicate a wrong server. So number 17 is supposed to serve. Let's say number 50 goes back and serve. There's really no way to indicate that. We would just do a serve and award the point to the next to tribe. Okay. You forget to enter a substitution. You can undo last action, anything that happened before that, and do the substitution. Okay. And then sometimes things can go terribly wrong. What happens if people are in the wrong place on the court? The score is messed up, points need to be canceled due to an illegal player or an incorrect server, etc. The colon is where all of that can happen. We hit the little colon button, okay? And what we can do is we can manually rotate a team. See? We can manually adjust the scores. Okay, we can adjust, any substitution or timeout changes. Okay, just note that all of that will show up later on at the end of the match. Like you can't just manually change something and everything's going to look perfect on the digital score sheets and stuff. Okay, the tournament officials will be able to see that you did manually change things. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and do our pretend set now. So thanks for hanging with me so far. I hope this has been really helpful for you. So liberos are in and Esteban is our first server. So let's pretend like he just ripped a bunch of points. So we serve and assign the point to next level. And he gets all the way to 5 points and then tribe gets the point. So you can see that it rotated them. And now the next server for tribe is number 16. So he's going to serve a couple of points. And then next level gets the side out. So you can see we had some libero action on the next level side. Number 13 has re-entered the game. And now number 50, our other middle, is back to serve. And we're going to have our libero serve for him. So we're going to tap number 50. And there's our libero. Now he's serving. Okay. So Jeff had a nasty serve. And let's say they get all the way to 12 and tribe's like, oh, we're in trouble. We need a timeout. So we're going to assign tribe a timeout. And it even has a little timer for you. So that's pretty cool. We show our R2 that tribe has used one timeout and next level has used 0. You can also skip that timeout. Okay. Now let's pretend a couple of scenarios so I can teach you more stuff about tribe not coming out of the timeout. They're not coming out of the huddle. The referee has whistled a couple times and they are ignoring the official and continuing to stay in their huddle. So at that point, we can give tribe a delay warning. So we're going to sanction them with a team delay. So we're going to sanction, team, tribe, delay, warning, submit the sanction. That easy. Okay. Now, let's say we were back, they finally come back onto the court, and we can see that number 20, Jeff, our libero, is still serving. And let's say he serves a couple of points, and then tribe wins the rally. because Jeff did something stupid. And he gets mad and he swears really loudly. And the referee is going to give Jeff a misconduct card. Okay? And it's laughable because Jeff would have never acted that way. He's a great player, great kid. So we're going to sanction a player from next level. Jeff's not what? What? Oh, ha. Libero. There he is. Submit that sanction, and he is getting a warning. Click it. Submit it. There we go. Okay. Now they are going to serve, and the libero is serving for them, and they don't get any points. So next level gets the point. Now Big John is serving, but Logan is going to sub in for him. So we're going to click that. Look, libero can't be going because he's already on the court. We click Logan is in, and you can see right here it shows that we have used one substitution. Okay, so Logan is going to score a few points, and then Tribe is going to get the point. Okay, and now it's number 88 serve. Okay, but let's say I kind of screwed up on something. I can undo my last action and confirm it. Let's say there was a replay on the court. Okay, we can also do replay rally. Nothing happens. Okay, let's go ahead and give Tribe that point. There we go. All right, so now number 88 serves. And he gets some points. And then we get the ball back. There we go. And Mason's going to serve a little bit. And then Tribe scores. Mason gets really angry and starts yelling across the net at his opponent. So the official decides to sanction number 6, Mason, from next level. So we're going to sanction him. A player, next level, number 6. Uh-oh. Huh. Look. We cannot give Mason a warning. It is kind of, here, you can see it. There we go. It's blurred out. And if you're familiar with the rules, you know why. A team has only got one yellow misconduct card per match. Well, Jeff, our libero, already got the misconduct cards. That means Mason is automatically getting a red card. So we're going to submit that sanction, and it will give Tribe the penalty point. There we go. Okay, now Tribe's got the serve, and they start going on a roll. They get all the way up to 15. Next level is like, hey, let's get our act together. We're calling a timeout. Submit it. The 2 little X's. Each team has used one timeout. Show that to your second official. And let's pretend like Tribe is taking their good sweet time coming out of the timeout again. What in the world, y'all? So the referee is going to sanction Tribe for another team delay. Hey, look, it's already automatically upgrading them to the delay penalty because they already had a delay warning. If next level wasn't coming out, it would have given us the option for the delay warning, but it was Tribe. Delay penalty. Submit the sanction. There we go. Loss of serve. Number 13 is our server. okay? And let's say we want to see if the libero can come in for him. Let's see. Can the libero serve for him? No, because our libero already served for number 50. So it's going to help us prevent stuff like that from happening. Okay? And we don't have any substitution options because number 1 and number 3 have been subbing in for each other at next level. So Joel is serving. Let's say he gets to 23 points, and then Tribe scores. Okay? And now number 25 is going to serve a couple of points. Next level gets side out. And now we're at set point. He serves and misses. Okay, we have a substitution right now for Tribe. Number 1's coming in for 15. Look what happens. Uh-oh. Your captain left the court. You've got to designate a new one. Now it's going to cue you and say, just have number 1 do it because number 1 was the player who subbed in the court. So you can do that. There you go. But then when number 15 were to come back onto the court, he will automatically take back over as floor captain. And also, once a floor captain has been assigned the first set, they're going to have to be the floor captain for the rest of the match. It's not allowing you to change it to a different captain. Learn that one too. All right, so you serve, next level gets the point, and now we have the end of set. Okay? Or if you were doing a whole match, it would be like, we're ending the match. All right, so we won, but we can't end this match yet because we still have to sign it. Okay, so we're going to put our first official was Serena Williams. I was a scorer. There we go. Now that we're signed, we can end the match. Oh, before you end the match, though, I want to show you some cool stuff. First off, if you needed to add any remarks, let's say you had a water spill, or like me, you had 2 ginormous water spills in 2 matches. You could add that to your remarks. Make sure it's in all caps. We had a water spill, it delayed the match by 6 minutes. Okay? Also, you can see a score sheet. Okay? This is really cool of all the work that we just did. You can see where substitutions happened, where the libero served, where we had some different captains happening. The only thing I saw that was weird is that it kept saying that next level was the receiving team for the first serve and that Tribe was the serving team, but that's not the case because Tribe had that X right there. We all know that number 17, Esteban, was our server. Now looking over here, you can see it shows that our libero served right there. It shows all of his triangled points, and it also shows the penalty points that were given for the delay sanction and the misconduct penalty. Has the timeouts tracked, all the substitutions used, all of that information right there. Look, it even has all of our little sanctions that I created right there too. Pretty neat. And you can also see libero action, what happened in the match. Pretty neato, right? There you go. All right, so back to the match. We're going to end it. And it's ended. Now, after you've ended the match at a real tournament, it'll cue you and say that the score sheet was sent. And if the score sheet was sent, then you are good to go. You can back out of this match, hit the plus sign, get your QR code ready, and get ready to score the next one. All right? So that is how you score a volleyball match with Volley Station from the setup to the final point. It does take away some of the guesswork and simplifies libero tracking. It can make the scorer's job a lot easier, but I did notice that at the tournaments that I've been doing, we have had some user errors on Volley Station. So if you're an official, you really need to get familiar with it so that if there are some problems, you can hopefully figure out how to solve them so that you don't delay your matches too much. Okay? So thank you so much for watching and good luck at your next table.